Westeros and the companion shop that's in the event. That's the shop where you can spend your companion points from the accounts that returned using your code. So we'll talk about how good each offer is and whether you should buy it or not, and we'll be taking into account if you're a free-to-play player or a person who spends. So first we have 1 hour speed up just for one token. That's obviously worth it. I'm not gonna comment on that because it's a single speed up. Next up we have the chest with marching scans and castle scans. In my opinion, that's a great opportunity for a lot of players, especially if they're free to play, to get their hands on some marching skins and castle skins to boost their account's value and strength. So even though it's 100k, it's totally worth it to get it, in my opinion. Uh, it used to be 50k, but they increased the price, so we'll have to deal with it. But at least now you can buy 3 of them. Next up on the list we have Awakening books, not Awakening books, T5 books, I'm sorry, which you can get 100 for 30k, which again, in my opinion, it's a great deal, especially if you're after T5s. Uh, Although if you're a free-to-play player, I would skip that, just because getting to T5s is quite tough, even for people who spend, and it would take you literally years before you reach T5s. So it's a deal that you can skip if you're free to play, and take advantage of if you're not free to play. Next we have some Awakening tokens, which in my opinion aren't worth it at all, just because the price is too high compared to the other items on the list. But uh, you can you can still buy a few if you're close to awakening someone or something like that, just to get the few extra numbers that you need. But buying them completely doesn't make sense to me, even if you're free to play or not. Next, we have the second best item on the shop, in my opinion. It's the transnational relocation scrolls, one for 10k or 10 for 100k. That's a great deal, especially with how expensive it is for bigger accounts to move servers. So if you're a big account with a lot of troops and etc., and your power is quite high, this can help you a lot. Next, we have a couple of items that aren't quite good: the blessing stones, the shadow essence, and the honor banners. Uh, they aren't. I mean, they're good items. Don't get me wrong, but for the price that you're paying, you're not getting the value that you should be getting. So they could have been maybe a bit cheaper, or they could give you more for that price. But at this current situation, it's not okay to buy them. Just in my opinion, even if you're free to play, still there are better ways to obtain those without setting yourself back by not purchasing other items that are worth it. Uh, Next off, we have the Refined Rough. I'm not going to comment on that at all because 2,500 total green crystals uh, for 50k is insane. That's insanely bad. Uh, so you can get those for a week just by doing your what was it called, Expedition Beyond, and there are so many ways to get them. Uh, it's just not beneficial to buy them from this shop. Next off, we have some great items in my opinion. The troop medals for all 3 qualities. Uh, they are quite a good deal, and I think that I'll be getting them this time around. I won't be buying this chest. Um, they give you a lot of medals for a really reasonable price, so I would recommend you to get those if you're missing some of the troop appearances. For example, I will be buying S tier and SS tier. I'm almost done with A tier, so there's no point in wasting coins for that. So if your case is similar, of course you can skip the ones that you already finished or are close to finishing. Next off, we have Werewood Hearts, which again, in my opinion, are a great deal. One heart for 400 and you can buy 20. Those can be quite useful for events like Werewood Memories, for example. So I would recommend you to buy them only if you have some extra coins. Next off, we have some speed ups for training and research. About the research one, I wouldn't buy it in any case, because you will eventually get those 300 hours of speed ups. Of course, the price is cheap, but you will get there. Trust me, 300 hours isn't a big difference that will influence your account's growth. On the other hand, I would totally buy the training speedups, but that's because my account is set up like that. I constantly need to train troops to keep my defense strong. So if you're an account that runs a 16 million troop defense, I would recommend you to get them because the price is quite good on them. If you're a zero castle, for example, in my opinion, you don't need the training speedups. Next up, we have some race boots and some assembly buggles. The race boots are a decent deal, but not decent enough to make it to the list. They could have reduced the price, let's say by 20%, and they would be just perfect. But as they are, in my opinion, it's not okay to buy them. On the other hand, we have the marching horns, the assembly buggles. How that word? Okay. Anyways, so it's not a great deal number-wise, but there aren't ways to get them as a free-to-play player. So if you're a free-to-play player and participate in a lot of rallies that you want to speed up, in my opinion, it may be worth it to buy a couple of those. Although, again, it's not the best deal, but it's the only way to get them as a free-to-play player. Next off, we have some friendship chests and badge chests and equipment selection chests. I would personally skip the first two, just because I see the price is too high, especially with the badge chests. Currently, there are more and more ways to obtain badges, so I don't see the point in giving 1200 coins just for a single chest. At the same time, the equipment selection chests are a great way to advance some of your gear. Especially you can use them for the Mountain Clan set chest, the Rebel Leader set. I'm sorry, the Rebel Leader set, which you can obtain only through KVK, and you can't upgrade it that much. You have to grind a lot, and this can save you some grind. If you max them out for 350k, you'll be getting 10k chests, which is a lot. So that can help you. That can help you if your Rebel set isn't complete or near completion. Next up, we have some VIP points. In my opinion, they are a good deal number-wise, but I wouldn't buy them just because it's counterproductive for your account. You can get 20k VIP points through other game aspects without having to waste your precious coins in this shop for them. That's all I have to say about them. And finally, we have some resources. Here, it really depends. So first off, the deals are quite great, and I'll be buying them out soon. The deals are quite great, but if for example, let's say my iron, I have over 3 billion iron, and I'm not using that much iron when training troops or doing other stuff in the game, so it's logical for me not to buy the iron, just because I have a lot of it. But for example, at the same time, look at my stone. I have 20 million stone in packs, so it would be logical for me to get the stone items from here. So it really depends on your account's needs. If you need currently, if you need some resource, you can get it from here for cheap. The price is good. So with that, we're finished with reviewing the shop. I hope I helped you in your choice of what to buy with your return coins from your friends or out accounts. Um, Thanks for watching, and until next time.